After being drafted for the Vietnam War in January 1967, I went to say goodbye to my best friend from college, now in graduate school in Champaign, Illinois. I stood, holding my thumb high, on the shoulder of Interstate 57 halfway between Chicago and Champaign. Cars and trucks whizzed by me at 70 miles an hour, blasting my hair back with their wind. I watched each sun-reflecting and bug-splotched windshield zoom toward me. Here, between Chicago and Champaign, the river of Americans zooming by me was like a 4th of July parade. Goofy, playful, friendly, deviant, hard-knuckled. I was fascinated. A white Chrysler hardtop pulled over. A big, handsome guy was driving, and a woman was lounging beside him. I settled into the back seat. "Where are you headed?" the driver asked. I told him Champaign. "You a student at U of I?" "No, I'm visiting a friend here. My old college roommate from North Texas State. Kind of a last hurrah. I'm going into the service." The man swiveled his rear view mirror to see me in the back seat. "What branch?" he asked. "Army. Got drafted. Signed up with the Signal Corps. I'm headed for Europe, or maybe Seattle." "So you have an assignment over there?" "No," I said, "I haven't had basic yet." The leaves of 7 feet tall dried corn stalks, standing in long rows in the fields, gestured in the breeze like arms. After a minute he said, "Buddy, do you really think the Army intends to send you where you want to go?" "Well, they asked me to list 3 places I wanted to be posted. Said it was a contract that they'd honor." "Jesus Christ," the driver growled. He gripped the steering wheel with one big mitt. His wife or girlfriend or whoever she was glanced at him with an eyebrow arched. "Look," he said, looking into the rear view mirror, "I'm an Air Force recruiting coordinator. Not just a recruiter, a coordinator for the region. Do you realize that the Pentagon is doubling the number of troops in Vietnam as we speak? You think they're going to say, 'Let's put this guy in London or Paris or wherever he'll be happy'?" Jazz was playing softly on the radio. It was surreal that he represented the military and had just picked me up in the middle of nowhere. My dad had pleaded with me not to go near Vietnam, and I thought this contract with the Signal Corps had accomplished that. "Well," I said, he said it was a legal contract." "Sure he did. Did you read the fine print? Believe me, buddy, this is my business. You have exactly 0 chance of going to London or Paris or the Pacific Northwest. They're in the body business, not the 'where would you like to live' business. All decisions about where you serve belong to them. Why do you think you got drafted? You and thousands more. They didn't ask you if you wanted to come in the service, did they?" He was staring right through me in his rearview mirror. Now we were passing gas stations and warehouses and junkyards and restaurants as we entered Champaign. Finally, we introduced ourselves. "I'm Leland Rucker, Steve, Senior Master Sergeant in Recruiting. Here's the truth. For a college grad like you, the Air Force would be more like working for a corporation than being in a war. I can have you switched to the Air Force, accepted into officer training school, and you can avoid getting your butt shot off and watching body bags fill up with your buddies in Nam. Get yourself to the nearest induction center. From here, it's Indianapolis. Give them this card within 24 hours, and I guarantee they'll switch you. I'll call and tell them as soon as I let you off in Champaign." He held his business card out over his shoulder, and I took it. I liked this guy. I believed him more than the Army recruiter who had his enlistment quotas for that week and month posted on the wall right behind his head. He steered the Chrysler to the curb in front of my old roommate's house. Think hard about it, Steve. Could change your life.